So, we actually have a third option this time. We can, again, go and try and help Lupino if we want to, and maybe join forces with him to go after the Sky Ripper core. We could decide to go after and just build the Sky Ripper ourselves. It's always a possibility. Or maybe, should we go after the Iblis Stone? I am going to let you guys decide. So what'll it be? What path shall we take this time? Shall we once again team up with Lupino and maybe get his assistance? Go and build the god-destroying super weapon? Or go and find out what this mysterious Iblis Stone is? I'll leave that one up to you guys. So Zombie says build the Sky Ripper. Any more for any more? Any more for any more? Come on. Give me a vote. Are you the only two in chat at the moment? I just need to check. Hold on. Sorry if the sound's gone out, but... But yeah, okay, looks like we are going and building the Sky Ripper this time.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Renardo could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
So, off to go and find the ancient weapon it is.
As he set foot on the island, Renardo could not help but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lupino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. And if they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renardo never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
More to the point, can you live with it? Oh, hello, Yarby! Another person here who can finally vote on the outcome of the story.
Renardo wondered what he could make with it.
Okay, what can we make with it? Ooh! Winterthorn! Yes, please! Shame we haven't found any gems yet. I think we're being invited in. Oh, and Yarby, if you have played this game, don't tell anybody anything, okay? You're dead.
Ha! Bet you never saw that coming.
Probably didn't. Whoa! No, 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 no. We're hiding behind here, and we're pretending that we're not here. Go on, turn around, turn around, turn around. Huh, well, that was a lot easier than I thought.
Who had built this castle, did they even know what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky Ripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the lost gods, thousands of thousands had died. But Renardo had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one.
Okay. Now that we've upgraded stuff, and we've learned a truth. Slow down time after a successful attack until your next action. Tactical mode of combat like a true master. What's this one? Increase time for everyone but Renato when counterattack. Oh! That sounds nasty. But I'm personally going to go for this one. Shield hooking. We can actually grapple shields off of people.
This was way better than being able to shrink down to the size of an ant. What was that all about, anyway?
Oh, I don't actually have to change swords in order to use the gate. Okay then. But now we can go through this door. So now we have the ice sword. Oh, here we go.
Can I borrow that?
Well, that wasn't too bad. Is that the remains of one of the ravens? Ooh, hello. Critical chance, nice. We got our first gem. We're gonna have to go and find somewhere to equip that. Sadly, we can't do it.
Oh, you got such delicious looking eyeballs. Oh, I believe, Raven. Thank you. I think, said Renato. It never hurt to be polite.
Ow! Ow! Come on. Oh, don't attack me then.
Well, they really needed to redecorate anyway.
Yeah, I'm just giving them a hand. What's over here? Is that meant to be the right way? Because I kind of want to explore a little. Yeet. God, these are things. These are like the whatchamacallits from Doom.
Why don't you guys fight in groups? Oh, I know. Because there's no I in team.
Oh my god, that was a terrible joke. But it were bloody funny either way, lad. Right, I'm not letting you guys hunt me down. There's nothing around here.
I'm sorry. Was that your shield?
Oh, that was badass!
Ah, a puzzle. Renato loved puzzles. Except when he couldn't figure them out. On the other hand, if there was a puzzle, it was probably meant to keep people away from something good.
But let's not worry about that, let's go through this door. Ooh, it always feels great to do stuff like that. I think we're probably going to get another gem out of this.
There was blood on this one, so it hadn't saved its owner.
Putting it
That
lightly.
had been his mistake before, not trusting Zenobia's feelings for him. But how could he have known, after all these years of silence?
Yeah. Did I just go round the puzzle? Yeah, I just went around the puzzle. Okay, alter. What's this? Perfect strike. Attack immediately when the previous strike lands to do a perfect strike. Let's just run a bit faster, shall we? There it is, the armature.
It was. Sky Ripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
So, we have yet another choice. Do we, for some reason, run off and go and find Zenobia again and try and express our feelings towards her? Or do we go and get the core of the Sky Ripper? Because that's, like, the most obvious thing we could do at this point. But, you know, it's always a possibility to go and get laid, I suppose. I am just going to leave that one to you guys. So, Zenobia or the core? Your choice. Yabi is saying the Sky Ripper. Zombie is saying the Sky Ripper. And what about you, Era? What say you? Okay, so it looks like we're going for the Sky Ripper.
It was a no-brainer. He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good, no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
Well, obviously. It's not going to be much good if you just throw an armature at anybody. It's just like, oh, I'm dangerously waving around this metal frame of, like, cogs and springs and stuff.
Doubt sunk in before he was even out of sight of the Farfarer. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? It was the sort of path he'd always avoided. The path of responsibility, of seriousness. Had he grown up? He didn't feel grown up. He'd made this decision from his gut, like he always did. Somehow, he'd impulsively decided to stop being impulsive. Did that make any sense?
Hey look, we got a little friend! The armature's following us around. I'm a little bit lost.
A present? For me?
Yes? Let's explore the area first before we go anywhere else. Ah, see? Could have missed this.
Ah, Zenobia. Now that he knew she still loved him, he wanted to go back to her. But that hadn't worked out, had it? Maybe it was time to find the core of the Sky River.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was. Let's heal up a little bit. I feel a bit wounded. You wound me, sir. Let's use the ice sword. And YOLO down the well. Is there anything over here? Yep, more stuff.
There was something sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
This place looks safe.
Where did that go to?
Nice try.
There were
Get through
fewer
that
and
on-
fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
Get over here! Didn't get perfect on that again, but well, there it is. This seems
The
safe.
20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark arts, and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature.
So that's
The
what we call
wheels
20-sided
began to spin,
thing.
then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
So, where next? Shall we... Why does it keep showing me, like, PS2 or PlayStation-related inputs when I'm using a 360 controller? Whatever, it must be a bug. Anyway, shall we go and test out our new toy? Or maybe we should, like, go and show it to some scientists first to, like, make sure we've put it together. Well, Yarby's saying scientists. What about you? What about Zombie and Error? What do you think? I'm still waiting. Zombie is saying new toy, so it's currently a tie. And Error said the scientists, so we're going to the scientists.
Well, of course. If you've just assembled a weapon out of legend that can exile gods from the world, you'd want to have a scientist or two look at it. And even if they disagreed and he had time, he could ask Calaveras himself. Yes, the observatory would be his objective.
So, let's go show it to some eggheads then. Now we're back here again.
Why had the parts of the Sky Ripper only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had dismantled it? The mad Emperor Isengrim had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Was that why these ancient artifacts were rising out of the ground? How perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction. Bernardo wondered idly if people who had built these poles had really, really long tentacles.
That wasn't too difficult. I kind of like how the fact that the Sky Ripper follows you behind. Well, it's better we go and make sure that it actually works correctly.
Bernardo wondered who was leaving chests of sword-crafting supplies around. He wanted to thank him.
I'm 215 XP off leveling up. I bet you the next time I level up I won't be able to go back and use the altar again. See, what'd I tell you? Ow. Whoa, that was close. Ow.
It was all coming back to him. He wondered what he'd remember next.
Okay. Okay, you know what? Let's go down the next trail. Wait, what's this? Dash through enemies. Okay. Let's do with Perfect Strike. And then the next one is True Sword Fu.
A legendary weapon was exactly what the rebellion needed. They were outnumbered. The once kind emperor had become a tyrant. But his ravens stayed loyal, for he fed them his victims, and the other animals were too frightened to rebel. Bernardo shuddered at what the emperor was trying to do. To bring back the lost gods, the Black Harvest, the Black Sun? No. He would stop that toad, no matter what the risk.
Yavi, are you leading me down a specific route that you want to go down to, having actually seen all the endings like I have? I'm sorry, did I just say that out loud? So I can heal myself a little bit.
He was practically sure he'd find something useful in one of these things. Bernardo had found his game changer. He would ignore all distractions and focus on the Sky Ripper.
Right, what can we do? Ah, yes, we can put gems in now. Critical chance. And the treasure hunter.
Don't look down, he told himself. Don't look down.
I don't want to get hit by that. Seriously, what are these things powered powered by, anyway? These cannons are powered by the magic power of bullshit!
So, who's your next... Boy, some people are just liable to explode if you upset them.
Explode after a few seconds. Use them to your advantage! Whoa, I don't want to stand near that.
Well, this is yours, said Renato. He couldn't hear his enemy dancing.
Ah, that was a bit of a disappointing chest. At least I'm getting some health back. Well, this place looks snazzy. There's nothing else here, so...
Renato was thrilled. The scientists seemed to think he'd put the Sky Ripper together right. But one toad was worried.
Yeah, the Sky Ripper could tear a hole in existence itself. There are invisible strings that tie the universe together. If the Sky Ripper cut one, the hole would widen and widen until our whole existence fell into it.
Another toad sighed. Irving still believes in string theory.
At least go see Calaveras.
Yeah, said the worried toad.
He knows more than anyone else has forgotten about the Transcendent Emperor.
If anyone could tell him how to use this weapon safely, it would be Calaveras. It was he who had told Renato how to find it in the first place. But maybe he had to give up on using it as a weapon. Maybe he had to go to the secret rebel base and ask the generals there what he could do with a weapon that he dared not use.
Well, I can probably already guess what you guys are going to choose, but still up to you. Should we go and see Calaveras, the guy who told us about the Sky Ripper in the first place? Or do we just not use it? Maybe we should, like, take it to the rebel base and ask them what we should do with it? I mean... well, like the description said, maybe there is a way of using a super weapon without using it. So Yabi has said Calaveras. Anybody else? Zombie says Calaveras too. Oh, hello, Spirit! I didn't realise you were in the chat. Yeah, your and Yabi's text seem to blend together, unfortunately. But yes, we are sort of having an open vote on who decides, so be sure to cast your vote. Error is still thinking about it. Come on, dude, make up your mind. Well, Spirit has said Calaveras, so assuming Error is the last person who's likely to say anything, that would kind of mean that we'd have to go with Calaveras then? Okay.
Well, he should have known he'd have to consult Calaveras again. The scientists at the observatory were smart enough. But what did they know of the Transcendent Emperor? He hoped it wouldn't delay him too long. The rebels had scheduled the final battle soon. Every day they delayed risked the exposure of the secret base. And some soldiers were already drifting back to their homes and families. Calaveras would fix the Sky Ripper for him. And then he would win the final battle.
Oh well, time to go see some old wise
Maybe
toad.
it was the cold. But after a few steps, Renado's optimism started to slump. What if Calaveras couldn't help? Did Renado dare use the Sky Ripper? Oh, he hated that he had chosen this path. It was so much simpler to rescue friends and attack enemies, even if some of those friends were more trouble than his enemies. Some of those enemies had been friends before and might be lovers after. No, okay, it wasn't all that much simpler, no. Physics made his brain hurt. That, at least, he was sure of.
Mine. Okay. Maybe not mine then. Thank you.
That was fun. Let's do this again sometime.
That was peculiar. Ow! Ah! I need to heal. No.
Not going spectacularly well, thought Renado.
No, considering that I'm almost dead. Give me health. A bit more than that. Want more of the magic stuffs. No, don't drop that over the edge. Let's go this way.
If only he had some way to break the ice. Or convince it he was a friend.
Do have the right sword, goddammit. Mine? Well, that was a bit pointless.
Renado felt a little better.
Should do after having eaten all that stuff. Got 63 ore now. I'm still 7 off. Let's heal myself up. You know, I don't exactly know how these swords are supposed to
focus
work.
on the now. The ravens who seemed everywhere all the time. Where did they hatch from? Were there giant raven hatcheries somewhere, or did they have families? Ooh, he didn't want to think about raven mummies raising their darling raven chicks. Yeah, Calaveras would help. He would make Renado feel better about using the Sky Ripper. And then Renado wouldn't have to worry about ravens ever again.
Then we could just go mercilessly slaughter the whole bloody lot of them.
Renado's paws were getting numb. Calaveras really didn't want company, did he?
I think we took a shortcut. Quite a considerable shortcut, if you ask me. reach there.
There had to be something useful in these things, didn't there?
Well, there was. There's a piece of ore in that one. Right, let's just turn that off, because we don't need it anymore.
The rebels were counting on Renato. He hoped Calaveras knew what he was doing. He was sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
Whoever wrote these puns needs to be punished. About another fight's worth of XP off. Hello, Calaveras.
Calaveras had never let him down.
Yeah, of course I can make it work better.
But when Renato explained about the strings, Calaveras grew thoughtful.
Oh, strings, you say? Well, the Arcana do speak of the ties that bind the world.
He drew many intricate symbols in the dirt.
Yeah, so, according to my calculations, each time you fire, I'm afraid there's a 1 in 120 chance you'll destroy the universe.
That's pretty good odds. That's like rolling, what, 21 dice and they all come up 6. What are the odds of that?
What? No! It's more like 2.716s in a row.
Anyway, with those odds, it won't happen if I use it just once.
What? No. That's so not right. Look, each time you use it... Okay, look. Just don't use it ever. At all, okay?
All right, I guess. As he sailed away from the mountains, Renato could see clouds darkening. Rain? No. Ships. Imperial ships, swarming thick as bees. This was it. The big battle. They could not afford to lose this one. What if it did not go well? What if he had to use the Sky Ripper? Could he gamble the universe? On the other hand, what were the odds of rolling 21 sixes in a row?
Well, looks like we've got no choice in the matter. We are just going to have to roll those dice and see if we roll 21 sixes.
The battle was not going spectacularly well. What had the rebels been thinking? They'd been thinking he would bring the Sky Ripper, or the Iblis Stone, or that he'd sideline Zenobia somehow, or turn her. Couldn't he use the Sky Ripper just once? After all, if chances were 1 in 128, that meant he'd for sure be okay the first time.
I just got an achievement called Spin to Win.
Used it, but the first time would be okay, right? He wasn't sure that it was right. So he didn't fire the Sky Ripper. He just brought it along, in case.
Right, we can build another sword. Or at least upgrade the one we've got. While attacking, set enemies on fire, ignites all surrounding enemies.
More fire? Yes, please.
Yes! More fire, yes please! Mwah! When all the hero wants to do is watch the world burn, you make a sword out of fire! And then you burn things with it. Again, I can't go through that door because I don't have the right sword. Yeah, now I think it wants me to make the other sword now.
Felt like Tarzan.
burn them all!
Leonardo wondered where he could find a snack. He was feeling a bit peckish.
I don't know if that was meant to be a joke or not. We need the two truths revealed in order to get that last one. So I would like some extra energy if you don't mind. Slow time after a successful attack, tactical mode of combat. You know what? Maybe we should get some more stamina.
Wish I could do that.
Now we can dash 3 times. That'll be handy. Handy dandy. Oh, you can normally knock these signs over. It's hilarious.
Leonardo had been the terror of the sandcastles when he was 2.
I was wondering if it was going to make the pylon joke again, but... Let's build additional pylons.
Oh, what does the fox say? Asked one raven. Another one called back, "Go, come dying!" And they both laughed hysterically.
All I was about to say, if they started making stupid noises, I would have killed them with great pleasure. I fucking hate that song.
Those ones really bring out your eyes.
Ow! Stupid moth, piss off! More chests for me to bust open. That's what she said. Ow! Give me that!
Someone had told him the odds didn't change just because you'd had a streak of good luck. His gut told him that was wrong, and he always listened to his gut. On the other hand, 128 chances to win, but one of them would destroy the universe. That seemed a bit serious. Maybe he could defeat the Emperor without firing the Sky Ripper. Maybe he could bluff, but with a real weapon. Like in cards, when you had 3 knaves, but you pretended you had a fizbin. That could work.
Yeah, I don't think those odds are going to be, like... Well, anyway, this is not like playing cards. This is completely different. You're kind of gambling the universe here. Kind of like what they did with the EU referendum. Bajing!
Renato wondered if it wasn't cheaper to build bridges instead.
Give me that. Miss me. Ugh. I need to find some health. Pretty badly. Whoa! Kind of walked straight into that. Well, we're not going over there this time. We're going this way. Ooh, what do we have here? Enchanters can buff and heal enemies. Buffed ravens are very dangerous. Give me that! Ow! Ah, shit! Well, that was unfortunate. No. Ah, no, wait, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to set the world on fire. Ow! Ow! Ah, fuck! Damn it! Again? Finally! That could have gone better. There's the Emperor himself.
Sky Ripper and let it warm up. He would bluff if he had to. Zenobia came out, flanked by a very daunting platoon of ravens. You won't actually use that, she said in that annoying, I know everything because I'm a cat and you know nothing because you're just a fox voice she had. Or I know the odds. Good. Because there's a real chance you could destroy the universe. No, not the first time I use it. The odds are too low. What? No? Yeah, sure. The first time, the odds are practically nothing. They only go up if I use it a bunch more times. No, but that's not how odds work. Didn't you pay attention in class? Now surrender, or I'll use it. Just once, he said. Don't.
He felt sure the odds were with him. He had to go with his gut. That's what heroes do. Fire, he said. Please? The Sky Ripper fired. With a tremendous whoosh, the Emperor's flagship went up in flames. It was awesome. And then he noticed there was a hole in the air. A blackness, like a tear in a parchment. Wind was blowing into it, widening it. It grew larger, and even larger. Crates fell upwards into it, and the world itself seemed bent, like the reflection on a curved mirror, as it poured into the ravenous hole. Ah, 1 in 128. What are the odds? Thought Renato, and then everything fell into the hole and was gone.
Whoopsie!
Renato stared at the book. He was still alive. Again. and still only flying away from burning Ubar. Had he lived that adventure? Or only dreamt it? Had he really died? It felt so real, not like a dream at all. And he'd lost again. Oh, he hated that. But he had made different choices. And he'd lost in a different way. It was the book, wasn't it? Oracles showed you your destiny. But this was showing him different ways he could die miserably. Thanks a bunch, book, he thought. But these were destinies that he did not have to fulfill. But he learned another true thing. The core was powerful, but dangerous if used improperly.
So, that was a bust. We completely destroyed the universe. Well, at least we got rid of the Empire. But yes, we've learned the Sky Rover's Guide to the Galaxy. But yes, we learned another truth. The Sky Ripper's core is unstable. It's not the safest thing to use. But at least we know two things now. Two different things. Right. Let's try that again, shall we?
But that meant there must be a destiny where he survived and won, right? Otherwise, what was the point? And with that, the book's pages fluttered back once more to the beginning, and the clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game-changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis Stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?